still not in any way engage in idol worship. But you know, people can see it and see what you're doing, and they go ahead and do it. There are children that like to do what adults do, and they see it and they copy it, and these are God's loved children, the most beloved of the Lord. And they go and engage in idol worship, and from there, demons and evil spirits operate against them and into their life. Why then must you tear down the work of God because of your actions? Because you feel that it is okay, that you are able to live above board and remain a Christian. But who is watching you and who is doing and copying what you are doing? Those that you stand as a role model, and you are a model human being they want to copy. And then they go astray. Who is responsible for them? Responsibility. In the same Romans, if you go to verse 8, and we are going to actually, let's just read the entire chapter 8 so that you can hear, because the chapter 8 that in Romans chapter 8 from verse 5 to 17 is longer than I thought. So you can read the entire chapter 8, but let's go to from verse 5 to 17. Verse 5 to 17, 5 to 17. Romans chapter 8 from verse 5 to 7, 5 to 17. For those who are according to the flesh set their minds on things of the flesh, but those who are according to the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. Why then should you set your mind on the things of the flesh? To help your brain and your mind to concentrate and focus in your worship of God? To put your mind hoping that another person can help you to satisfy yourself in the things of the flesh? It says in the things of the Spirit. For those who are according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh, but those who are according to the Spirit on the things of the Spirit. It's not about the number of people that we want to move and relocate into our country. It is about whether it is morally right and approved by God. For we have men and women in this country that can bear children here. If we are so much about helping the people, why can't help to keep them and relocate them internally and let them stay in their own nation and in their own country? Engaging in the same thing God has condemned, engaging in all forms of things, pretending not to be a slavery, but is a slavery. You can justify it as much as you want, but I'm just a one that is speaking what the Lord has called me to warn about. And at the end, that you can take account of your stock and see whether it works for you. For the mind set on the flesh is death, but the mind set on the Spirit is life and peace. If the mind set on the flesh is death, but the mind set on the Spirit is life and peace. Why not then that you set your mind on the things of the Spirit, so that you can live so that you can have peace? We are talking about protecting our own thought and our own interest on the things of the flesh, but it leads to death, because one day you will die. Like every other person dies. And what next for you? Because the mind set on the flesh is hostile toward God. For it does not subject itself to the law of God, for it is not even able to do so. It's not able to do so. It's an impossibility. Because it's all about what we want to gain. It's all about our own interests. It's better to have somebody there who is supposed to protect our interests so that we can be in control of their resources and in control about how they live their life, whether they go and come. We want to control and get and profit out of all that they own and have, what God has given unto them. We want to take control of it and add on to our own. We have not even used up our own. We have not even asked, let it be that we were not given. The things of the flesh is death, but the things of the spirit it does not subject itself to the laws of God. And those who are in the flesh cannot please God. How then can you go about boasting about pleasing God if you are in the flesh? There was a message before saying that Africans need to go back to the truth. For the founders of Christian theology and Western philosophy died defending the truth. They were sent into exiles. They were beheaded. They were killed defending the truth. All the apostles were killed, with the exception of John, defending the truth. But they have eternal life, and they will rule with Christ. And for you as the soldiers, you should aspire to rule with Christ. You shall pray, not to be of the flesh, but of the spirit. However, you are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if indeed the Spirit of God dwells in you. But if anyone does not have the Spirit of Christ, he does not belong to him. A lot of people are professing and proclaiming to be Christians, but they don't belong to Christ. You have seen a few of the lies that we studied in today's message, and all the lies that people try to tell you. And what did John 8 say? From verse 43. The father of lies is one they serve, not God. But if the Spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, he who